Hello Cancer, welcome to your reading for April 2022, Sun, Moon and Rising. I'll start off with the sound bowl for about 20 seconds just to tune into the energy and cleanse the space. So if you'd like to take a nice breath in and exhale. Okay, Cancer, my ears are completely blocked. Right, let's see. What does April have in store for you? So I'll be doing 3 rows. The first row will be your current energies. The middle row, anything that's unseen, any obstacles, challenges, or surprises. And then the outcome for the month of April 2022. I'll be cutting the deck. Magician, the World, Love. This has come up now every single reading I've done. Love is all about oneness, interconnectedness. Number 6 talks about harmony, balance, love as well. Okay. Through these cards for each of those sections. Whoop. Magician, we have the Moon. And the World under 4 of Wands under the World, 9 of Swords under Love, 3 of Swords, 6 of Wands, Ace of Swords, the World, which is nice, we're going into the World, the Emperor, Queen of Swords. Okay, quite an up and down month for you, for April. You start off in this Magician energy, which is all about kind of being a master manifester. Okay, really having the full power to access the elements, access your resources and make it play according to your own tune. You are orchestrating it. You are the alchemist. Okay, but it does feel to me like what you're orchestrating is a final closure on a major cycle. It feels like it's more work related than anything else because of all these wands and the Emperor. So it feels like you are orchestrating the ending of something. But with it comes a sense of kind of, I would say, doubt and uncertainty and sadness. Because it feels like deep down, because the number 1, it's a new beginning, meaning that you're wanting this as a new change. The World comes up twice, which talks about the ending of a major cycle, coming up to the end of it, celebrating it, rejoicing it, and knowing that you've learned everything you need to know along that circle, along that cycle. We would consider that as a chapter in our lives, right? And then moving forward. I do feel like it's mostly work related or anything that you give your physical energy towards, all right? Magician tells me that you are bringing this to being, but you're not seeing it in your reality just yet because there are things happening beneath the surface with the Moon card, okay? Things are not as clear as they seem and you don't see it play out in your world immediately, but it's all happening like beneath the surface, all right? So, and this is also a Cancer card, which is you. So that's very, very promising. So you might be feeling the energies of it. You might be even feeling emotionally connected to it, but you're not going to see it play out just yet, not in the beginning of the month. But you are sort of if you were to really be honest with yourself, you would know that actually deep down, you're wanting to close off a particular chapter. Okay, you've come to the end of a particular chapter. With it does come a bit of sadness, but it feels like it's almost that situation of, you know, when you're working for a company and you've worked for, say, 4 or 5 years and stuff, and it's sad to say goodbye, but it doesn't hit you straight in the heart. It's more like it hits you mentally, because it's sad that you're not going to see these people every day, or, you know, you probably lose touch even though you promise you won't. It's that sort of sadness. So it doesn't feel super heavy to me. It just feels like it's just part and parcel of something reaching its closure. Okay, and then we've got the World card, meaning that it does actually happen. Now, as you do so, what's actually happening is you're setting yourself up for a sort of a more stable lifestyle, and basically a happier lifestyle. Almost it feels like it's more of a work-life balance going on, whereas before perhaps you were working too hard and you weren't allowing yourself enough time for enjoyment. It also talks about, with the Six of Wands, this departure, this graduation, because it's the knight returns from battle victorious, so he's being recognized for his efforts. So this could even talk about a promotion, a relocation, a departure, but this is really being cheered on by your peers, by your contemporaries, by your friends, by your family, and supported and recognized for your efforts. And sometimes it can even bring rewards and awards as well. And then you've got the Emperor energy over here, which is all about, okay, well, how do I use this to now plan for the future? What is it that I need to physically do in the real world? What are the external things I need to apply to make this change? So for me, this looks very much like you are absolutely manifesting this end of the cycle, because you've learned everything you need to learn this chapter. And as you do so, you're now sort of you're making that departure. You're saying goodbye, but in a very positive, blessing stage. You see, the Six of Wands is a lot more powerful and positive than the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is almost like, well, I've invested so much into it. I know that the horizon has something much better than this ever will for me, right? So it's almost the Eight of Cups would be more of a kind of a heavier goodbye, whereas this is more like a yay, well done, you know, excellent, well done, carry on, move forward and prosper, and tell us all about it afterwards, right? And then the Emperor is about planning for the future. So this is really, really positive. The only tricky thing comes in is when we reach kind of the end of the month. So the outcome of all of that is it really does feel more like it's a time, instead of like a beginning, middle, and end situation for the month, it just feels more like this is a very, almost like a common sequence of events that would happen if someone was making a big change in their life. Initially, you doubt yourself whether you're supposed to do it. Then you make the decision and you finish something off and you celebrate it forward. And then as you enter into the space before entering into the new, so you've got that little lull of time before ending something and beginning something, because you always need that space to kind of reflect, celebrate, gather yourselves, find a little bit of a equilibrium within yourself to create that clean slate before you can now impose something new into the equation. And I do feel like that interim that you're feeling will be felt at the end of the month. And it's that point where you start to maybe kind of worry a little bit, like, oh God, did I make the right decision? Like, this is kind of scary. Or what about this? What about that? But then you do come into realization. So to remember that love is all around, and there is that interconnectedness, and you do deserve to be where you are, you know, in a really, really positive state. But I do feel like the head might, there might just be some self-doubt and some worry, you know, coming in. But that then turns into the Ace of Wands, which is a clarity, a new way of seeing. This is almost like the truth serum. Now, if we added the Ace of Swords to the Nine of Swords, it would create the Ten of Swords, meaning we've completely completed that cycle of being caught up in the mental body. This almost feels like you're carrying over some of the burden from the previous cycle into the kind of the mulling it over and maybe getting a little bit too heady about it. But the beautiful thing about this is that this then moves into the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords is then standing in her power, speaking her truth, knowing her true authenticity, and not beating around the bush. She knows where she's at, and she deserves to know, because she's worked hard to reach that point. So I do feel like even at the end of the month, even if you're feeling a little bit kind of like, oh, was it really the right word to do? Was it really the right thing to do? Am I doubting myself? I do feel like you're going to get that aha moment. Okay, and we're going to clarify further, and that's the thing that's going to set you into, yes, I know my truth, I know what I'm doing moving forward because I can trust in myself. Okay, let us clarify. So you're closing off something huge in your life, and all you get is just the usual emotions that come with it. You know, the kind of, oh God, this is new. I'm not so sure about change. I'm excited about it, but what if this goes wrong? What if that goes wrong? You know? Okay. Then we have Temperance. Nice. I love that. 4 of Wands. We have Death. Yes. 9 of Swords. 8 of Pentacles. 8 of Wands. I mean, 8 of Cups. Remember I was talking about the 8 of Cups with regards to the 6 of Wands? We'll talk about it in a minute. Okay, 6 of Wands. We've got Queen of Pentacles. Nice. Ace of Swords. Page of Wands. World card. Queen of Swords again, right? Emperor. 6 of Wands again. Yes, you are being celebrated. Fantastic. And the Queen of Swords, we have Page of Cups. Right, so this energy that you're feeling whereby you kind of, even though you know you're kind of wanting something to come to an end, you know, but you're not seeing it play out in the real world, don't worry about it. It just needs a bit of temperance. This talks about divine timing as well. So things are happening beneath the surface. They're just waiting for the right timing to happen. With the 3 of Swords, again, it's the sadness about walking away. Pretty much what I said before. So it's sadness, but it's not like knowing that the future has a better thing for you. And I feel like you feel a bit more positive about that when you move into mid-month there, when you reach the end of that cycle. So initially you feel a bit sad, but again, it doesn't feel super heavy because you kind of know, like you know, that what's waiting for you is going to be much better, and it is. The World comes to the Queen of Swords, so I do feel like as you come to the end of that, you're starting to speak your truth a bit more, but I do also feel like you're having to be honest about things. So say, for example, if you were leaving a job, you're handing in your notice and you're speaking your truth and you're telling everyone about it, okay? And it means that perhaps you were unhappy for a long time, but you couldn't feel like you could speak honestly about it, and now you can. This could also be perhaps a boss figure that you are in touch with, who tells you how it is, and then you realize, okay, this is it. I know that my time is up here now and I need to move on for my own reasons. Now this feels very, very work related. Of course, it could be love as well. But if it was love, it wouldn't be that very, very heavy. I don't see it being very, very heavy because the future looks so much brighter anyway. See, you know that something's got to end, something's got to budge. The World, so the sense of your lifestyle, there is going to be a massive transformation to it. And I do feel very, very positive for you. And I feel like this is the reason why you're ready to say goodbye to this old, because you are looking for something a bit more stable, a bit more exciting, a bit more joyful, right? It could even be marriage. It could even be kind of moving in with someone. It's very, very promising, and it's a wonderful transformation that's coming into your life. The 6 of Wands, this renewal, not renewal, beg your pardon, this being celebrated and recognized for your efforts and your achievements. It's going to put you in that Queen of Pentacles energy, which is about being resourceful, people looking up to you and seeing, my God, they're leading the way. Like, if they can do it, you know, you inspire others. And what you're inspiring them to do is to be resourceful in yourself and make the decisions for yourself, because the Queen of Pentacles knows how to make things happen. She has a desire, she says how to do it. And she may not have all the money to pay for it, or she may not have this, but she certainly knows the people who do, or she certainly knows how to get around certain obstacles quite easily to get what it is she wants in the physical world, right? And I feel like people are looking up to you in that way, and they're kind of inspired by your actions. The Emperor, again, you seem like an emperor to everyone as you leave, because you've got the 6 of Wands and 6 of Wands here. So again, it's the same thing. So not only are people seeing you as resourceful, now they're seeing you as an actual leader, you know, the Emperor, paving your way for the future. And you are, because you are making those decisions. You are, it's just almost like you've set out a new plan for the future, and you've done all your research and you're figuring things out, and you're planning for the future, for yourself, for your graduation, for your expansion, your growth. Okay, now the anxiety here could be of, yes, of course, that self-doubt of like, oh my God, did I make the right decision? But it's also like, it's because the Eight of Pentacles talks about work. So you are a bit anxious about work, meaning you're either anxious or a bit worried that now I don't have the work because I've just said goodbye to it. Or there's an element of, if you graduate or you kind of been promoted to a new thing, there could be a little bit of worry about, can I handle the workload? Am I fit to be able to do it? Can I handle what's unexpected when I don't know what's coming for me? Because I'm going to be starting. You haven't quite started the brand new thing, but you're going to be starting the brand new thing, and do you have what it takes? So that's just a little bit of self-doubt, a little bit of worry, but it is kind of natural in these kind of course of things. It's kind of like new human nature. And then the Ace of Swords comes in strong with the Page of Wands. Now it could even be that you're quitting a job and you don't actually know what you're going to do next, right? And that's maybe the thing, that even though you feel like renewed and rejoiced and recognized as you say goodbye, maybe you don't actually have anything lined up just yet, but you sort of trust in yourself, right? Well, what's happening for you is you get that aha moment, you get that Page of Wands, you get that good news, that really positive message coming in about work. I'm also seeing that for some of you, if you are sort of now between jobs, perhaps there is a bit of a delay before you can start. And so this is a thing that may cause a bit of concern. But the Ace of Wands comes in, gives you the illumination. You see things as they truly are, because all of a sudden you get that good news coming in about either a project or work. So either if you've got something set up, then you get the A-OK, yes, it's all definitely going to go ahead. Or if you haven't got anything lined up, what you've done is you've created that clean slate for yourself to invite the space for it to arrive in, and you're getting this there's either this good news in, this offer, this invitation, or this inspired idea to venture out by yourself. And with the Queen of Swords, with the Page of Cups, you're standing in your truth, you're speaking your authenticity, but it also comes with the Page of Cups. So it feels like people are kind of enjoying the new you, you know, people are sort of coming to you with their thoughts, their feelings and their emotions, because they now see you as almost like this emperor leader, and they know that that if they speak to you, they're going to get an honest account. So it almost feels as well as if whoever you're leaving behind, that they may be coming back up to you to ask you for advice, because you clearly seem brave. You clearly seem to know, from the outside, you've got it, you know, it looks like you've got it all together, and you do, you've got it all, you know, you've definitely got this. But obviously we have a little bit of self-doubt every so often. I do feel like other people coming, you know, towards you at the end of the month, kind of going, oh my God, I'm so inspired by what you did. I've got this situation, what do you think I should do? Whatever. They're just seeking advice from you. They're seeking your counsel because they admire you and they respect the big changes that you've made for your absolute better. It could also be like a type of counseling position as well, where perhaps that's the work that you're going to be leading into, and perhaps you don't even see it now. Okay, but obviously that's not going to be for everyone. We'll end off with an oracle card, please. A message or guidance and spirit for your highest good. What does Cancer. What does Cancer need to know for April for their highest good, please? I'll take the first two that come out, which is these two. The Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. So if you are in any self-doubt about this new phase that you're entering in, having closed off one cycle, ending and starting a new one, and do you have what it takes to do that? You've been training for this for lifetimes. You are working in your light. You're working in your auric field. You're working in your sense of more. You're working in your potential. And as you do so, you're sort of shedding the light for others. You're guiding other people along the way. But you've been training for this for lifetimes. So you've absolutely got this. There is no room for doubt, okay? And then we have the crumbling. What are you clinging on to? So this is just this is just a little kind of side note from the spirit, kind of going, okay, well, you may be feeling a little bit sad saying goodbye. You may be feeling a little bit heartbroken. Also, you may be feeling disillusioned by your decision, or self-doubting your new decision, because you're trying to, like, you feel like, oh my God, I'm saying goodbye to that, and that provided so much security, or so much kind of what I can expect, and now that I've taken that away, I don't know what to expect, and I'm not quite sure, you know, that's sort of clinging on to something from the old, whereas you decided to let go, you know. So it's again explaining that you've got a bright future ahead of you, so long as you have the confidence, the confidence to know that you can definitely do this, because you can do this and more, you know. But if you cling on to the things that you actually deep down want to say goodbye to with that Magician card, then it's just going to make it a little bit of a tougher transition. But even if it is a little bit tough, I don't see it being major at all. I see it being a few minor blips, a few minor kind of moments of like, oh God, what am I doing, you know? But then kind of dusting yourself off, kind of going, no, this, I know that my future is going to far outweigh my past. So it's really positive, Cancer. I'm really excited for you, and congratulations, because you absolutely deserve it. So that's all I have for you. I wish you all the best, and I'll see you next month. Take care.